Hi, Jackie. Well, the Biden administration is looking at coal mines as a possible new home for solar panels. They're looking at both active and abandoned coal mine sites to help revitalize and repurpose in an industry that is shrinking. I talked to Chuck Ungerine. He's the owner here. He's been in the industry for over 40 years. He said they've started with 12 mines. Now, because of regulation, they've downsized to just 3 mines.
I would guess in 20 years there won't be any coal industry. I wish the American people would, understand that we cannot be the savior of the planet. If we had zero emissions, which is an impossibility, the world emissions would still go up.
And that's because while the U.S. is cutting down on coal, China's coal power is picking up steam. Last year, China added 3 times more coal power than the rest of the world combined to make things like solar panels that are brought here in mass here to the United States, while the coal industry is downsizing and permanent good-paying jobs are disappearing with it. Clean energy advocates say solar energy could be an economic lifeline.
When these projects come in, they bring a massive amount of investment into these regions. And so it can really prepare, or help rather, to prepare these communities for their future.
But Congressman Bill Johnson, who represents this district, telling Fox Business that it is President Biden's green energy agenda that is devastating these communities, saying this, quote, "The way to ensure Americans have reliable and affordable electricity and the way to help miners and struggling coal communities maintain a quality of life is to keep coal-fired plants open and operating." A lot of solar jobs, though, are just temporary. For one example, a project that would build the largest solar plant in the United States is estimated to create 600 jobs to build the plant, but Jackie would only have 12 permanent jobs to maintain that plant. Jackie.
That is remarkable, Hillary, and we've seen it, for example, in the pipeline industry as well, right? You cancel the Keystone Pipeline and you say green energy jobs are coming, yet the industry is shrinking. The coal industry is shrinking right now, and those green jobs aren't here. And as you say, they're not permanent. So what are the folks on the ground saying about that, about their livelihood and their future?
Jackie, what's really interesting is a lot of these regulations are being put on the power plant industry, and that's what's actually disappearing, essentially, the customer base for coal miners here. It's not really direct regulation on the coal miners that they're dealing with, but the regulations on their customers that are preventing them from having as much business as they used to. And that's why, as you heard Chuck tell me, they went from 12 mines decades ago, started with 12, now they're down to just 3. They had a workforce of close to 500 people. Now they're down to 150 people. And this is really a case study that we are seeing up and down the Appalachia region here, not just in Ohio, but in West Virginia and in Pennsylvania. And it is a big problem for these communities because you're right, when these green energy initiatives move in, it is a temporary job growth generator, but it is not a permanent solution for the jobs lost here in these communities.
And
Jackie.
Chuck made a wonderful, great point there, which essentially was that we could be carbon emission zero and China is still adding plants. So why are we the ones that are decreasing our consumption? Hillary Vaughn, thank you so much. Great report.